which is huge back in UK. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look into how it's all going to work and the structure. I think most people know how it works, but basically, if you want to top a regional, it's a weird experience. So when I go to regional, I expect to play a lot of rogue tournament, rogue sort of matchups. You don't expect to see the top meta. I'll explain all this now. Basically, appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you. I'm always good to be around, and it's always good to be around the Newport, South Wales community, whether it's Firestorm, Cardiff, Newport, or Sin City in general. But yeah, so from my experience, I think regionals are they can either be a super rogue fest, or you turn up and it's all top 2 decks. So I think in preparation for a regional, you want to look at your deck and be like, am I comfortable with this deck? Because you don't want to play a deck that you think is good, but you're not comfortable with it. If I were to go to regional right now, I play something I'm very comfortable with, and I know how to do all the interactions with my deck. So I know how to play my deck more than anything. You can play the best deck, but if you don't know the intricate interactions, you're going to struggle. So there's like, when you go to a regional, you expect to play between 6 and 8 rounds. So it's a little bit bigger than locals. So I'm speaking genuinely here. I think I'm going to put this on my YouTube and give everyone like a grasp of how things are going to work. You expect to see a lot of rogue, and it's not sort of something you would experience anywhere else. You go to a YCS, and most of the time it is the top 3 decks you're playing against. For example, last YCS we had Utrecht. I think the most represented decks was Salamangreat, Spiral, and Shadon Invokes. They were the most represented, and they were the best decks. And then the YCS before that, I believe, was Milan. I'm pretty sure it's Milan, where the best decks like Sky Striker, Orcust, Salamangreat, Sky Striker, Orcust in the same deck. And then, yeah, as you know, you expect to see the best 3 decks, so you kind of prepare for those decks. But when you go to regionals, expect to play like Pendulums, Earth Machines, Altergeist. Expect to play some crazy back row decks, like crazy sort of intricate combo decks. So yeah, it's going to be super. I'm super excited. I think everyone just played Yu-Gi-Oh! Super excited. So we're going to get into it. So we not only have we got regionals, but we've also got the OCS Championships. Yo, Joe, what's going on, bro? How's it going, Mr. Altergeist, Mr. Mr. Altergeist gang? You're a newcomer, but you're very welcome. You're a seasoned player in my eyes. But yeah, we got regionals back, which is pretty crazy. So we're going to take a look at the details. One note that I did see in the questions and the facts, the FAQ, was, I think it's page a bit further down in terms of the qualification, how it's all going to work. This one here, this is the most important bit of the whole form if you're looking to take it seriously. So the 2022 regional season qualifier will not award Worlds qualifying points for the World Championship qualifying playoffs. So that is huge. So it's not going to reward players for grinding. I think I've been saving quite a bit of money for travelling and doing these sort of regionals, so I can travel up and down and get some sort of Worlds points behind me. But it looks like you will not be getting Worlds points for your regional grind. So it looks like the regional grind is not on this year, I suppose. We're just going to save up for YCSs and Euros. So the only way to qualify for Worlds this year, guys, is if you get top 4 at the European Championship, unless obviously you've done well in the 2020 season. So yeah, it's super interesting. I'm shocked. I thought it'd be top 8 from the 2020 season and then top 8 from this season. Go into the playoff on the Friday of the European Championships for a playoff. So I'm surprised they didn't do a cut. Looks like all top 16 players from the last season we had, 2020, will be playing in the playoff. So that is confirmed in writing there. We've got it in an official document. And yeah, so regionals. I'm going to start from the top. We're going to go from the Swiss sort of format. So when you go to a regional, expect between this 6 to 8 rounds. If you're in America, expect this because their regionals are absolutely massive. I know the Philadelphia regional didn't have like 1,000 players in like 2019. Something stupid for a regional. So you have to go like X1 and get a good tiebreaker to top that regional. There are smaller regionals in like the Isle of Man. So if you're looking to get your first regional top and you're really struggling in these big regionals, there are smaller regionals across the UK. I think Swansea's quite a small one. That was my first one with 6 rounds. I think it's about 54 players. That was my first regional, and I got top 8 there. So that's about 6 rounds. So nothing too draining, but expect to do these sort of rounds if you want to play in the UK at regionals. Prizes, I think everyone should know the prizes. To officially top a regional, you need top 8. Normally, from my experience, that's X2 with good tiebreakers. So top 8s, you get the playmat. Top 4 get the playmat and the deck box, and then whatever prizes the store decides to give out. Normally it's OTS packs along with the main set pack for that season. And then, of course, the invite to the World Championship qualifier. So this is a big one. This is something that I don't think they've announced whether it'll carry over. I believe they've announced it'll carry over from 2022 season, 2020 season. So that means everyone at the top of the regional had an invite. So I'm hoping that's my invite sorted for this year's Euros. However, if not, this is the route you have to take to get an invite. I don't think it's too difficult. I think if you really put your mind to it, it's very achievable for the average player. So basically for every 8 players that enter a regional, they'll give out 1 invite. So let's say, for example, 48 players went to a regional. So it's quite a small regional, 6 qualifications. So you have to get top 6. However, qualifications are given down. So let's say, for example, out of the top 6 players, 3 already have their invite to Euros. Those 3 invites will get passed down. So it's about knowing, like asking topic, have you got your invite? Have you got in with your invite? To sort of get an idea of if you've like snuck in or. But yeah, there are links here. You can check the list to see where you are if your name's on there. But in my opinion, if you really want to go for your invite to Worlds, the European Championships, try and enter like a bigger regional, maybe like 200 players. As you can see here, it's capped out a 168. However, if it says ... That's basically for every other 8 players. It goes up by 1. So let's say, for example, you go to a regional, I don't know, like London, and it's like 160 players. That's 20 qualifications given out, plus the qualifications that drop down for players that already qualified. Say, for example, I qualified, I was in the top 20. That one place would drop down to 21. And then, say there's 5 players in the top 20, it'll drop down. So it is very achievable. I think you've got to go like X2 or X3 at a regional to get an invite. So it's not too difficult, but that's, I think, what everyone's going to be scrambling for, considering there is no such thing as regional grinds, considering there's no Worlds points given out. So it's going to be super interesting. I'm quite excited, regardless, even though the format is a little bit different this year. Standard, judging, blah, 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 blah. Deck lists, nothing changed with deck lists. That's normally done on the day or literally last minute if you're me. Or if you are me, you write your deck list in the queue to sign up. No, I'm joking. I always do my deck list at least the night before. You should have your deck in mind, in my opinion. Now, this is very rational and like this is very extreme, but I know my deck going into an event at least 6 weeks before an event. If I don't expect to do well. So for YCS London, I was going to play Salmon Great. I had my 6-week plan worked out. I was going to do locals 3 times a week. I had a regional to prepare for as well between that time. That was on the that was up to London. So yeah, 6 weeks before I was like, oh yeah, I'll play Salmon Great. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting the period left, right, centre, and I'm struggling to play around it. At the time, you played like 3 will or like 2 will and Monster Reborn to play around it. Other than that, it's just like your opponent has Nibiru or they don't. So I didn't actually want to play Salomon Great about 2 weeks before the event, and I switched to Altergeist, and I did pretty well. But that was quite a freak. I wouldn't say an accident, because I worked pretty hard, but like a freak sort of moment where that happens. But if you want my experience advice, choose your deck 6 weeks before and just practice the hell out of it, because you're going to get better at the interactions. You're going to know the meta. You're going to know your deck against the best 3 decks. You're going to know your deck against the best 5 decks, and so and so. So yeah, stick to a deck and a 6-week plan in terms of going to locals every week, playing online every evening or every other evening, and yeah, put the hours in, and you will see benefits at the end of it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. There's also the announcement of the OTS Championships. These are the mats and the deck boxes, which is pretty cool. I do want a mat indeed. Very looking forward to this. They announced the OTS Championships, which is another way you can get your European Championship invite through your locals, which is incredible. This is the mat. The only thing that's different is it's got the little OTS sign and champion beneath it, which I believe only first place gets the OTS. They'll update the spreadsheet and stuff, like where regionals are, I believe, a bit closer to the date. I know Sin City announced 11th of December. Just checking on Facebook. I literally found this out about 10 minutes ago. Sin City were hosting one. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so what are OTS Championships? They're basically tier 2 events that your local hosts. They'll be giving out qualifications. So it can go up to about 7 rounds of Swiss. Normally, I'd expect about 4 to 5 rounds, depending on where you are. And basically, these are the prizes. So if the winner gets the playmat, top 4 get the invite to Euros, with other prizes added in by your participant store. So this is a rundown of OTS Championship. These are coming soon. So yeah, return of tournaments, guys. Hope you're all excited as I am. Let me know your comments below, because I'm going to put this on YouTube. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and catch me on Twitch. Oh, as well, the main thing I just missed out. Look what we got, guys. Official esports jersey. Yay, got my name on, got my Union Jack badge on. So this is going to be representing my brand, my eBay store, my Twitter, Instagram, my brand entirely at regionals. So yeah, pretty gassed about this. Pretty gassed indeed. So if you see me at regionals, or you see someone else wearing a shirt like this at regionals, come and say hello.